What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. It's about midnight here local time for me as I'm recording this. I wasn't expecting to record this as I just saw that the OCG's January 1st, 2017 ban list actually just got announced out of the V-Jump. It's on YJO Organization's website. This is really interesting, and I really wanted to cover this now just because of all the developments that are on here. I do want to stress this is the OCG's list, and let's just go ahead and go through this. So, newly forbidden, we have Magispector Unicorn Kirin, thank fucking God. Newly limited is Speedroid Terratop, Rescue Cat, Goyo Guardian, Duelist Tiger King of the Ice Barrier, Brionac Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Totally Awesome, Fire Formation Tenki, Union Hanger, Brain Control, Future Fusion, Imperial Order. That's it for the limited cards, and then newly semi-limited is Magician of Faith and Dandelion, and then newly unlimited we have Inzektor Dragonfly, Star Seraph Sovereignty, Mathematician, Mizuki, and El Shadal Fusion. I also just want to indicate down here as well, it should be noted that a number of cards above, including Imperial Order, have seen errata, so stand by for reports as they develop. So probably within the next few hours or so, they're going to be updating what the erratas are. For the most part, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot in the dark and say that Imperial Order got errata, obviously, because they said it. Future Fusion has to have gotten an errata. There's no way that card didn't. I don't know if they would have errata Brain Control. Like, it doesn't seem like it needs to be errated to me. It is a really strong card, but that's like the only other card on here they might have errated. They might have errated Brionac as well. I like Goyo Guardian's fine. Rescue Cat, I guess, could be on the block of erratas as well. But for the most part, I think these two for sure, possibly Brain Control and possibly Brionac as well. So this is a really interesting list. And so I'm not going to talk about this in the context of the OCG itself because their meta is incredibly different than ours. The one thing I will say in regards to the OCG's meta is that it's basically like all fucking Zodiac Beasts for the most part. So the only things that really affect that hit directly are Magispector Unicorn Kirin, because Metal Foe Zodiac Beast is a deck, and so the fact that Kirin is gone means that that deck's not playing that, as well as pure Metal Foes as well. Terratop is definitely a big hit to the deck as well. And then there's also Tenki, which is a huge hit because it can search basically Momo Rat or any of the Beast Warriors for that matter. And then, on top of that, if you're having just supplementary hits to other decks that weren't even doing, well competitively, Totally Awesome is now at 1, Union Hanger is at 1 for ABC, which I find really fascinating. And yeah, so there's a lot going on here, and this has a lot of implications possibly for the TCG. It's really different because they already have Zodiac Beasts out, they have Eidolons out, they have so many other different things going on that I'm really not sure what to make of this in terms of the TCG's January ban list, because I want to make note of the fact that, we don't have the Zodiac Beasts yet. Those are going to come out in Raging Tempest in the middle of February, so I think it might be preemptive for a Terratop hit or a Fire Formation Tenki hit to actually come and hit our format. Same thing goes for something like Totally Awesome and Union Hanger. I still think it's too early for these cards to get hit. It could totally happen, and that was not a pun by any means, it just happened to come out that way. It's still very possible that cards like Totally Awesome and Union Hanger could be hit. I want to talk about Kirin, because Kirin being banned, I actually think is a very high likelihood if it's on this list for the OCG. I think Kirin getting banned has a very high potential now in the TCG for our January list, even though our formats are completely different. And then moving on to other stuff, Rescue Cat's a little bit iffy. Some of these I don't want to really speak on unless I know if they've been errated or not. But Rescue Cat is, if you guys played during fucking Rescue Cat, fuck me, that was ridiculous. Goyo Guardian's fine, we've had Goyo Guardian for a while, Goyo Guardian's not, that doesn't matter. We've had Duelist, I think Duelist's at 1 in our format, so I think that doesn't matter to us at all. Brionac is pretty fucking good. So again, I don't know if that's been errated or not, but Brionac coming back's really fucking awesome, and expect to see the DT Brionacs pretty much be bought out on TCG Player or eBay, because if people are gonna see this, they're gonna start buying out fucking everything. Again, Brain Control is a kind of unfair card. Like, you're paying 800 to #pay 800, you know, to basically take a card and do whatever the fuck you want with it for a turn. You can Xyz with it, you can Synchro with it. There's so much shit you can do with Brain Control now, it's ridiculous. Future Fusion and Imperial Order, I don't know how in the holy fuck they're gonna errata these cards to make them playable. Like, it's gotta be something really fucking bad if they're gonna be even close to being playable compared to their former versions. And then moving down to the other stuff, Magician of Face at 3 in our format, we know it doesn't fucking do anything. Dandelion at 2 is kind of cool. I think it's only at 1 in our format still, if I'm correct. It's just a really cool card. It's one of those cards that's been at 1 forever, but doesn't need to, like, be at 1 anymore. Like, it's past its prime. It's still a really good card, and if it was at 3, I think there'd be a lot of like shenanigans with it, and there might be some stuff that you could do with it, but seeing it at 2 for OCG is pretty cool. And then Unlimited Dragonfly, like, who the fuck cares? Like, I've been saying that could go to 3 forever. Sovereignty is at 3 in our format, so that has no impact on us. Mizuki is at 3, that's at 3 in our format as well. Mathematician and El Shaddoll Fusion are really interesting, which means that Shaddolls actually have a lot of power again, because at our format, Mathematician and El Shaddoll are both respectively at 1 copy apiece. So I would love to see the Shaddoll love come to our January 1st list, because being able to play Shaddolls, or even Splash Shaddolls in some sort of hybrid build, would be really, really fucking cool. So again, I just wanted to bring you guys this news, because I found it really fucking fascinating, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this news. What kind of things do you think we might see transition from the OCG list to our TCG list for January, assuming we get it January 1st. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and be sure to back me on Patreon as well. So thank you guys so much again. See you next time.